We'll be back with more right after these messages.
A Polynesian trader. A unique marketplace experience. Banana wind.
There are lots of exciting activities on Maui. To find out more about them, stop by Tom Barefoot's Cashback Tours. Tom has more than 20 years of experience on Maui.
As you can tell from this show, there are more tours, activities, and adventures per square foot on Maui than any other location in the world. Now, I know you're anxious to go out there and start having some fun, but first, you might want to ask yourself this question. How do I know that I'm really getting the best prices on my activities? Well, I'll answer that question in a moment. But first, there's a few things you need to know. Here at Tom Barefoot's Cashback Tours, we represent hundreds of the finest activity providers. We have helicopter flights, submarine rides, luau's, snorkeling tours, parasailing, whale watching, downhill biking, dinner cruises, diving, horseback riding, and much, much more. We've been in operation since 1975, and we represent almost all the tours and activities in Hawaii. So how do you find the best prices? Well, here's your answer. We at Barefoot's Cashback Tours will give you the absolute lowest prices available. We don't offer timeshare. There are no gimmicks, no hidden conditions. We simply have rock-bottom prices on all your activities. We operate just like a travel agency. We get paid a commission, but the difference is we share this commission with you. That's why we're called Cashback Tours. So call Tom Barefoot's Cashback Tours at 661-8889 and we'll handle all of your arrangements right over the phone. Or stop by and see us at 834 Front Street in downtown Lahaina across from Chemo's. Aloha. We'll see you soon.
The Visitor Channel 7 would like to extend a happy anniversary to Tedeschi Vineyards in Ulapalakua. Thank you for 31 years of savory wines and delightful foods. Congratulations.
Recently, Paradise Television began streaming the entire contents of our television programming on the World Wide Web through our MauiOnline.com website. In addition, we are also streaming video clips on most tourist-related businesses. Now you can view their services, then we link you directly to their website to make your reservations. Don't forget to tell your friends about the great vacation you had on Maui. And when you do, just tell them to log on to MauiOnline.com so they can see for themselves. And by the way, sooner or later, we know you'll be coming back, and if you're a little homesick for Maui, log on to MauiOnline.com anytime. Our programming will be there for you. Just remember MauiOnline.com.
You're watching the Visitor Channel 7, Maui's only island-wide visitor channel.
From the earliest of times, Lahaina has lured and attracted people to its sunny shores. Under the rule of King Kamehameha I, Lahaina served as the capital of the Hawaiian Kingdom. By the early 1820s, Lahaina had developed into a major whaling port. Surly sailors filled the streets looking for food, drink, and willing women. And Lahaina had it all. Much to the dismay of the missionaries, the struggle between the whalers' vices and the missionaries' virtues played out over the decade, and Lahaina served as a backdrop to it all. Today, one of the most interesting things to do in Lahaina is explore its rich history on a walking tour. The Lahaina Restoration Foundation publishes a guide that will get you started. I'm here with my walking buddy, Keoki Freeland. Hi, Keoki.
Hi.
Keoki is the executive director of the Lahaina Restoration Foundation. That's the group that's responsible for maintaining these historical sites. Well, Keoki, what do we have here now?
Well, Jim, this is the old Baldwin Home. It was built in the 1830s by the Reverend Dwight Baldwin. He was not only a missionary, but he was also a medical doctor. And over a period of time, as his family grew, he had to add on more rooms. But the walls are made out of coral and rock. And these are the original walls that are still here.
What do we have inside here?
All the furnishings that were originally in the house are still here. Some of Dr. Baldwin's medical tools are also in here. Some of the china. It gives you an idea of how they had to live during that period of time, back in the 1830s. This is the brig Carthaginian. It's a typical replica of the 19th century square rigger that brought the first missionaries and whalers to Hawaii. This is the old prison on Prison Street. It was built in 1852 to house the unruly sailors who worked on the whaling ships. They were sent to prison for such travesties as reckless horse riding, deserting ships, or working on the Sabbath. Now we're at the courthouse. It was built in 1859 out of the remains of King Kamehameha III's palace after it was destroyed by a windstorm. The courthouse building contained a custom house, post office, courtroom with chambers, and government offices. Jim, here we are at the banyan tree. This is the largest banyan tree in Hawaii. It stands over 60 feet tall, and its spread is over 200 feet. When it was planted back in 1873 by the town sheriff, it only stood 8 feet tall. He did that to commemorate the 50th anniversary of the first Christian mission.
Now, you used to play underneath that tree when you were a kid, huh?
Oh, I certainly did. I lived across the street from the banyan tree, and we used to play tag on that tree. If you touched the ground, you would be out. So it was a matter of trying to get from branch to branch. We had a lot of fun.
This tree is going to celebrate its 125th anniversary, is that right?
That's right, Jim.
Wow, sure getting old.
It certainly is. And this is the Pioneer Inn. I spent a lot of time when I was a kid here as well. This building was built by my grandfather back in 1901. This building that we're standing on, that's fronting the harbor, is the original building that my grandfather built in 1901. Up until the late 1950s, this was the only accommodation for tourists on West Maui. This cemetery at the Waine'e Church on Waine'e Street is the resting place for many of the great ali'i and missionaries. It's interesting that King Kamehameha I's wife, the sacred queen Keopuolani, along with pioneer missionary William Richards, are buried here. The Wohing Temple was built in 1912 to serve as a Chinese fraternal headquarters. It is now a museum documenting the Chinese culture on Maui. The Chinese were among the earliest immigrants, and they became a powerful force in the commerce of Lahaina.
So this is the last stop on our tour.
That's right, Jim. This seawall is right in the heart of town. It's changed over a period of time, but the buildings in Front Street has not changed much since the Great Fire of 1919. You know, back in the 1930s, at one time, the Pacific Fleet parked out there, and sailors came ashore on Liberty as much as 10,000 men at a time, and Front Street just turned white with uniforms.
Well, thanks for the tour, Keoki. There are over 30 historical sites in Lahaina, so pick up a walking tour map guide at the Baldwin House in Lahaina and spend a day exploring Lahaina's past. Stay tuned. In the next few minutes, we'll take you to South Maui.
Hilo Hattie.
Hilo Hattie is a great store. It's got a lot of unique items.
It's like in a candy store, you don't know where to go first.
Hilo Hattie is the smart way to get all your Hawaii shopping done in one place.
Anything you want from Hawaii, they got it.
I think we paid like half the price.
Hilo Hattie welcomes you to magical Maui. Readers of Hawaii's 5 leading newspapers voted Hilo Hattie as their favorite place to shop for aloha wear.
We got all our shopping done in one place and save time for the beach.
Having fun?
At Hilo Hattie.
No faraway land in all the world has more charm for me than Maui, and no hotel has offered a more charming stay than the Pioneer Inn of Lahaina. I remember balmy seaside breezes and fragrant tropical airs that cooled my comfortable room and soothed my soul. I felt at ease strolling through the enchanting courtyard and lingering by calm waters. Echoes of bygone sailors could still be heard in the hallways. The folks at the Pioneer Inn always had a pleasant word or smile for the passing traveler. My appetite was agreeably satisfied in their oceanfront restaurant, and my thirst quenched in the old whaler's saloon. I engaged in colorful activities, witnessed exotic imports from far-off lands, enjoyed flavors fit for any palate, discovered a variety of rare treasures, and a bounty of sentimental gifts. This quaint little hotel by the banyan tree in Lahaina is sure to become a famous landmark. Fond memories of the Pioneer Inn will remain with me forever.
One of the most unique and sought-after artists on Maui is Jim Kingwell. Jim captures the many varied delights and magical beauty of the islands with his own style of romantic realism, both in oil and watercolor. Kingwell's work represents the cultural diversity of the islands and provides local and visitor alike with lasting memories of Maui. From tropical birds, soft breezes, rainbows, and exotic flowers, to the historic quaintness of Lahaina town, Jim paints the true colors of Hawaii. When he's not painting on location, you can most likely find Jim at his charming art gallery and working studio in Lahaina town, completing one of his unique original works. Just off Front Street, up Lahaina Luna Road, you'll see the Kingwell Island art sign.
Aloha, welcome to my gallery. Stop by sometime and see my most recent original work.
Looking for that perfect gift or souvenir? For the largest selection of unique Hawaiian keepsakes, come to Maui Treasures. Maui Treasures has something to entice every shopper, from collector's items, Christmas ornaments, sculptures, jewelry, and more.
When people visit Maui Treasures, they are thrilled with the variety of exceptional products we have in our store. Whether it's for themselves or someone special at home, we have something for everyone.
For a gift you won't want to give away, visit Maui Treasures in the Lahaina Cannery Mall and at Whalers Village in Ka'anapali.
Stretching from the windy shores of Ma'alaia Bay to the red sands of Pu'uolai are a string of coastal communities that create Maui's bustling South Shore. Here you'll discover island-style shopping, spectacular beaches, and beautiful, unspoiled coastline. Join us as we take you on a highlight tour of South Maui. Our journey begins at Ma'alaia Harbor, just south of Lahaina on Highway 30. Each morning, dozens of snorkel and fishing boats rig for excursions to Molokini and other destinations along the South Shore. No trip to Ma'alaia would be complete without a tour of the Maui Ocean Center, the largest tropical aquarium in North America. When you're ready to explore lively local culture, take Junction 310 to Highway 31 to reach our next stop in South Maui, Kihei, the fastest growing city on the island. Kihei's lower road is lined with festive outdoor markets and fruit stands, stocked daily with handcrafted items and homegrown produce. Affordable restaurants and sidewalk cafes are always teeming with local crowds and tourists. There are plenty of beaches and parks here too, great for family fun or a competitive game of basketball, a doubles tennis match, or maybe some serious soccer. After a morning of activities, head down Highway 31 towards our third stop, Wailea. But you may want to brush the sand out of your hair because some consider Wailea the pinnacle of Maui's extravagance. Start at the walkway at Alua Beach. It snakes through hotel grounds, secluded coves, and white sand beaches. It's a perfect vantage point to view the stunning landscapes along Wailea's coastline. A host of luxury hotels and resorts adorn Wailea from one end to the other. Each is unique. Some are small and intimate. Others are a fantasy land for children and adults alike. The Renaissance Wailea Beach Resort was one of the first resort hotels on Maui's South Shoreline to cater to luxury lovers. The 15-acre site sits on one of Maui's most beautiful crescent-shaped beaches. Relax, or take a stroll through the lush landscaped gardens. There are 2 swimming pools, one of which hosts the Maui Onion Restaurant, where you can swim up and munch on some delicious poo-poos and snacks. And by the way, the resort's Palm Court restaurant now has a unique theme buffet. Something different every day of the week. The Wailea Marriott was the first resort to open in Wailea, but technically it's Wailea's newest. A $25 million restoration has enhanced every square foot of the property. Exquisite examples of islanders' skill and ingenuity are displayed. Hand-sewn Hawaiian quilts and stately kahili the feathered standard symbolizing royalty. Situated on 40 acres fronting the spectacular Wailea Beach, the 780-room Grand Wailea Resort features luxurious accommodations, award-winning cuisine, and the #1 spa in the world. A $30 million art collection is prominently displayed throughout the property, with sculptures and paintings lining the gardens, creating a beautiful outdoor museum. Right next door to the Grand Wailea is the Four Seasons Resort Maui. The 380-room Four Seasons Resort is an elegant and tranquil enclave of courtyards, terraces, lush gardens, waterfalls, reflecting pools, and fountains. The openness of the hotel was designed to capture the island's fragrant breezes and at the same time offer romantic views of the Pacific. Neighboring the Four Seasons Resort is the beautiful Fairmont Kealani Maui. In the language of ancient Hawaii, Kealani means heavenly white. Surely a most appropriate description for one of the world's premier beachfront resorts.